Greetings, it's Tieesha back with another great video. I am always nervous right before I cut the camera on. I don't know why. It just happens. 300 videos into YouTube and this still happens. Just want to say happy holidays to everyone. And also today, this video, I will be discussing the first day of Kwanzaa. Well, the Kwanzaa celebration in itself, as well as the history of Kwanzaa. So I have some great people that are going to join me, but once they log in, they'll join us over here. And I'm pretty sure all of those who I connect with on Facebook will join me in the chat. And so, like I said, I'm always so nervous. But today's the first day of Kwanzaa, and the greeting starts off with Habari Gani, and you say, "What's the news?" And today's principle for the first day of Kwanzaa is Umoja, which means unity. And for tonight's video, as well as probably the rest of the week, I'll use different books and I will leave links for those in the comments so that you can add those to your library if your library looks like mine and I have like books everywhere. And one thing I've done for the past couple of days is I've been a bookworm, just diving into books, reading, just still trying to make sense of this journey that I'm on, when it comes to defining ourselves, which is another principle of Kwanzaa, but also discovering who we are, our history, our people, our heritage. And that's the most important thing, the heritage. So before I go in too deep, I just want to say greetings to everyone who's here in the chat. My sister, Samora BP, and some chick named Star. So thank you so much for being here tonight. So as I stated, the first principle of Kwanzaa is Umoja, which is unity. And I will read to you from African American Holidays, which is by James Anike. And I will link this book in the description. I've dogged ear pages. This book is amazing. He goes through all holidays for Black Americans and the history. So, as I was stating with Kwanzaa, what I was doing a year ago today, my sister was visiting with me, and we took a trip over to Savannah, Georgia, and we attended what was called the Kwanzaa Crawl in Savannah, Georgia. And that night we had a dinner, and there is a great doctor. His name is Dr. Jamal. I will link his Instagram. We did a walking tour with him around downtown Savannah, and he took us around the housing units as well as the River Street, and where there are still cells on River Street where enslaved Black Americans were held prior to purchase. If you have not been to Savannah, Georgia, I highly suggest you take a trip over there and hook up with Dr. Jamal for a walking tour. But yesterday was Christmas, and he proposed a question. What is the just one second, just one moment. No problem. I have a special treat for y'all. That is Queen Mother Betty. While she's getting her system up, we'll go ahead and start. But I attended Kwanzaa Crawl, and Dr. Jamal he asked the question: did anyone know the history of Christmas for Black Americans here in the States? And I thought I knew, but I said the wrong answer. However, here in this book, African American Holidays, there is a history, and I'll leave that for you to read. Or you can Google, look up John Canoe. And this was a Christmas celebration started by Black people in to have our own celebration during Christmas. And we didn't celebrate Christmas like, oh, it was a great thing. It was just a chance to where we did not have to work the fields or on the plantation. However, we were able to go to other plantations, see family members, give them gifts. And John Canoe, or he had other names, and it was in the area of the Carolinas and coastal Georgia where this celebration occurred. So it was really really good to read it. So I'm not going to spoil it for you. I want you to check it out, Google it, and it's John Canoe, or it was also called John Connie. John Cooner. It also has some Coonan. He said Coonan. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be anything like Coonan, but it's a great story to look up. And we did not observe like Christmas like that because it was the slave owner who dressed up as Santa and gave gifts to in the black children that he owned. So yeah, this wasn't something that we freely did. And so if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll see that for the past week I have my cover photo. Just one second. Okay, like I said, when I was on Facebook, I changed my cover photo to a photo of my mom when she was like a toddler with Santa, me and my brother when we were little with Santa, and my son. I took him to see Santa, and we were just small children, shocked, and we didn't want anything to do with Santa. And it's something that we do for tradition. It's like, okay, I want my baby to have a picture with Santa. It's nothing cute because we're just going along to get along, and that's just something that we need to educate ourselves on and stop it. It's not cool. But going back to Kwanzaa and the first principle of unity, it is unity is to strive for and to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. And as a lot of y'all have known me, I have left, African people, European holidays, and mental genocide. Come to find out, a lot of stuff that we do here, traditions and American culture, it's really a bastardized version. It's not even, what is practiced overseas. It's just a bastardized version here. And I have Queen Mother Betty here. And before I bring her on, if y'all remember, I met her when I was driving across country all by myself, moving here to Georgia. I came in contact with her in Ashford, Arizona. And she had just taken me on, adopted me as her daughter, like almost 2 years now. So while she gets her camera set up, I invited her here tonight just to have wisdom from an elder because I'm still trying to figure things out. This year I became a great aunt, so I'm trying to, absorb all the wisdom I can because now there's someone who looks up to me for answers. And so I talk to her all the time. She is just a wealth of knowledge. She also has detached from the European holidays, and she's just a great woman. So without further ado, here is Queen Mother Betty. I have everybody here. We are live. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm trying to get my
Let's figure out what's going on.
I'm trying to get it to light up so that you can see me better. You know the one that you
Let me know in the
sent me.
chat if y'all can hear her. I can't hear you.
You can't. Oh Lord.
Can you hear me okay? Let's see. Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you.
No way. It might be my issues.
No, it might be me.
I may need to use headphones if I can't hear her. Okay, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Great, great, great. That was
Oh,
all me.
okay.
That was all me. It was my fault.
Okay, no problem. I'm trying to get this thing to light up. It won't light up.
It's okay. I can see you are beautiful. Shay, how's it
Oh,
going?
I don't have enough light though.
We can see you. You are
Oh,
beautiful.
okay, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I thought I had everything set up.
Everything is fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I am great so far. We have the family here with us in the comments, and so I was talking about recap what I did last year as far as observing Kwanzaa in Savannah, and then I talked a little bit about the history of Christmas, what it really meant for Black people here. So
Yeah.
yeah, so if you can tell us a little bit of how has holiday observances been for you, and and just the history. I know you have moved from the traditional sense of observing
Yeah.
holidays. So, if you can give us some advice on, you know, we're we're still, it's happening. We can't stop it and be like, stop. There's no more Christmas. There's no more of this, but it's gonna happen. But how do we, fit in? Not really fit in, but how do we define ourselves and stress the importance of our own holidays and celebrations?
Well, the first thing is if you get away from traditional holidays because you have realized what they are, what they mean, I think the best thing what I do is so that I don't feel kind of like left out because I was programmed like that too at one time. I make a good meal for myself. I prepare a real good meal for myself to cheer myself up. So that's what I do for myself. But since I know that other people are into it, I told everybody years ago, don't send me anything because I'm not going to send you nothing. And sometimes they do. I got a pair of socks, some lip gloss, and some other stuff, and I still thank them because I know that they're still into that system, and I don't want to make them feel bad. But everybody that knows me, that very knows me closely, know that I don't do no holidays. I don't do the traditional holidays. It's a waste of money because that's what it's all about is money.
Mhm. And that's one thing too. What's important is that you didn't even share your birthday. You're like, look, just think of me, and I'm good because you take it that far. Me, I still observe birthdays. I'm like, if there's anything, I'll observe you on your birthday and celebrate the great things you bring into my life. Now, one thing that I've
Yeah.
noticed, the people who are close to me and who have accepting me into their families and stuff, it's not really about the actual, Santa's coming down the chimney and bringing presents and doing that stuff. It's more of just family. It's a chance to get together. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I observed, especially coming out of 2020, where we were forced to stay apart from each other, and it was like a big distance. But now, since things are getting better, it's more about connecting, just having the fellowship. That's what I've noticed.
Yes.
And with me, it's taken me a chance to have to be a fly on the wall with other families to help heal from a lot of like the messed up stuff I seen either growing up with my own family and holidays and getting together with the wrong people, and also because I chose to work and plus I was active duty, so I had to
Yeah.
spend holidays on the boat with people who I didn't like. But then also too, I had to respond to like some really terrible situations on the holidays. Like crime doesn't take a holiday,
Right.
so yeah, so it's taking me a chance to kind of get out of that and debrief. That's kind of what this time has been for me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
You correct. You are really right on the money on that. When you start changing, people see that you're changing and they don't know what to do with it.
mhm,
Sometimes we don't know what to do with it. But we
right.
just say, I'm not gonna just fall into that trap. I'm gonna awaken myself up. I remember that you mentioned to me that you had went to church, and that's fine. But then when you went to church, you said you saw so many things because your eyes are open now.
Right.
You know, your eyes are open, and everybody go there to get their Jesus juice. And if you tell people that Jesus never existed, that Constantine 325, 328 AD, when they came up with, when they wrote up all of that stuff for white people so that they can act right, to give them a guideline and everything. And
It's in
it
here.
just goes so deep. Yeah, it just goes so deep. And the first time I heard about it, it just was a shock to me. It was a shock. But then again, too, when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, because I could never
Yeah.
put it. I could never. I knew something was wrong, but I just didn't know how to put it. Where to put it.
Exactly. And
I
that
know
was the
this.
thing too, because tying in with unity, you want to unite, you want to connect and be around others. And one thing that I had to accept was that I did not need the fear of burning in hell to be a good person. And some of the kindest people, the most kindest people I know, the most generous people, they don't go to church every Sunday. But on
Uh-uh.
the flip side of it, I had to accept that, there are not bad people in the church. There are some people who just, they have this faith. That's what, fuels them. But, they don't guilt trip me like, okay, Tieesha, you gonna burn in hell, you living in sin, you need to come over here. No,
And it never existed.
it the topic of religion stays out because they identify themselves as a black person first. They see me as a black person, as a good person first, and it's not about saving your soul. It's about, look, we have commonalities, we have a common agenda, we have we have common morals, principles, and things that we live by day to day. It doesn't matter what you do on a Sunday or what you do on a Sunday, so that's what I've had to
Yeah.
find, and that's helped me, have umoja every day.
Yes. Unity. And
Absolutely.
it could be the little things too. I like. I do recycling, and I'm an
Hmm.
admitted a recycler. So I save all of my cans for this brother that comes along. I don't know very much about him, but I told him one day when I seen him out in the parking lot, I says, "Look, if you need some cans, knock on my apartment door, and I'll save my cans for you." And it's just little things like that. you know, I could put them in the recycling bin. Anybody can come along and get it. But I
Right.
especially save it for him. So he rings the doorbell. I try to look out the peephole. I'm a little short. And I have my cans just for him. Just little things like that. And so hopefully he'll
Absolutely.
play it forward, and help somebody else.
Absolutely. And speaking of the holidays and celebrations, so when I was younger, I went to I was in it's called I went to Rockdale Paideia Academy. So those in Cincinnati, y'all know about that. And that was the first time where, the entire staff was black. So it was only right
Huh.
that our teachers, that's when I was introduced to Kwanzaa outside of the house. So
Yes.
recently, there was something. Now I love the elder Judge Joe Brown. I love him with all my heart. I had caught an
Me too.
interview. I had caught an interview with him. I think it was on Brother Dewan's channel, and y'all go subscribe to Brother Dewan B. He is great. And Judge Joe Brown, he was kind of against, observing Kwanzaa. And so I was like, well, damn, like, okay, I can't do Christmas, in the traditional sense of Christmas. I call it family day. That's what I call it. I call it a family day. And so I'm like, dang, okay, I got to find something else. So I did not go live last year during Kwanzaa. Instead, my sister and I, we took the trip out to Savannah, and I just had like a private, observance here in my home. I wasn't live. But
Mhm.
I found an article, and I'm happy to have you here because I noticed with traditions and celebrations, mothers, we bring the family together. It's us cooking. We're still nurturing the children, the grands. We take on extra children and bring them in and just really make the house a home and keep the traditions alive. So it was Judge Joe Brown. He stated, it was, I mean, I'm loosely quoting, but it's kind of insane for anyone to observe Kwanzaa because of um the profile of Dr. Karanga. So if you do not know, I have some videos on that, or you can Google it. But it's known that he was an informant, and also he has some dealings with assault and battery. So I was like, well, goodness. What do I observe then? Like, I'm not throwing away all my Kwanzaa stuff. Like, dang it, when you go and get authentic, items to observe Kwanzaa with, it gets expensive. But I want to share with everybody an article. So there's actually a mother of Kwanzaa, and I want to share some information on her really quick. And I'm going to find my tab. Here we go. I'm going to go back to make sure you can see what I'm seeing. Here we go. So I'm going to read it to you. And this is from the San Francisco Bay View. This was written in 2017 by Wanda Sabir. And this is honoring Sister Makinya Sibeko-Kouate, Queen Mother Kwanzaa, who brought Black studies to the East Bay. And I'm going to loosely go through this, and I linked it in the description so you can read it and reference it later. But Sister Makinya, she was born July 1st, 1926, and she became an ancestor February 4th, 2017. She's from San Leandro, California, where she attended school there in Oakland, as well as South Berkeley, where she went to Longfellow Elementary School. I'm going to scroll down. She has done work for the YWCA, Western Studies. She also attended the National Convention on its 100th birthday. And in 1946, at age 19, she married her first husband, who she called him the best man in the world. And when I saw that, it made me smile because, like, right now, just if I can find anything that is sweet to read that eliminates the gender warring that they're trying to instill in us, which is not true. Okay, we do not do that. Down here, it's where it was as president of the student body, she and 10 members went to a Black student conference at UCLA where Maulana Karanga attended. He gave Sister Makinya a mimeographed sheet of paper with ideas on a new Black holiday called Kwanzaa with one A. Her spelling. When the students returned to Oakland, Sister Makinya hosted one of the first Bay Area Kwanzaas in her home. When she graduated with honors from Merritt College, she began taking Kwanzaa around the world. Sister Makinya traveled to 36 states and 13 African nations to share her knowledge. She became widely recognized as an individual who was instrumental in the spreading traditional community Kwanzaa celebrations throughout Northern California. Also in Europe, Africa, and Mexico. Further down in this article, Sister Makinya was made Queen Mother of Kwanzaa in December of 2015 and posthumously by the Harambee Connection Media Network in 2017. Although Sister Makinya was the last survivor in her direct family line and she left no direct descendants, she leaves behind a multitude of friends, acquaintances, and extended family members who considered her their beloved and treasured sister. So this was really beautiful, and I thought it was important to read because you know it was me and my family who established the tradition of Kwanzaa, who introduced it to the children, who stood firm when those called me a Grinch for taking the Christmas away from the children. But to know that there was a queen mother, a woman who was instrumental in spreading this tradition, open up her home, and that's what we do as women. We make our homes. We share our feasts with others. Queen Mother Betty, is this the first that you've heard of Sister Makinya, or can you share your thoughts on this article and the legacy she left behind? I can't. I
Well,
hear you.
that's the first
Okay,
time I
yeah.
heard her. I remember the professor. Yeah, but that's the first time I've heard of her. You introduced me and your audience to her, and thank you so very much for that. I love it makes sense, that women, we are the traditional of the household. It starts with us. The brothers are the protectors, and the financiers, but we spread the word much quicker. But
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, the man is when he said he didn't observe Kwanzaa. Did you ask him why?
Say that one more time. You froze a little bit.
Could you hear me?
If it digitized just a little bit, can you repeat the question you presented?
When did I get cut off?
When you started asking a question, I had it started
Hello.
digitizing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, it just started digitizing. I could be
Yeah, it's
frozen
coming
on
in
your
and out.
end.
It's
Yes,
in and out.
it happens when we're doing something productive over here. That's usually what happens with YouTube. Yeah, I turned off the screen share. Try it again. All right. Something was going on with her and with the stream, but yes, I think her question presented to me was some people who do not observe Kwanzaa. A lot of times I found it's just the ignorance. Um, I found that they're not open to other people's observances and celebrations. It's like if it's not this one way, the way I do it, it's evil, it's demonic. I came across that a lot. Okay, so once I decided to take a step out of just being one-sided, and if you do not believe how I believe, you're an evil person. Once I stepped out of that and became open to the whole world around me, things just really improved. And I also found people who are much more accepting of where I was on my journey. So here's Queen Mother Betty. Let's see if her connection is a little bit better. And greetings to everyone who has joined me tonight. Thank you. Like I said, I'm always so nervous when I go live
Okay, can
because
you hear
things
me now?
like this happen, the technical difficulties, and you have to, flow through it. So I appreciate y'all being patient and understanding and working with me as we rock through this. Queen Mother Betty, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I think the last part, I really want to know the answer. When
Okay.
you was talking,
Oh, shucky.
tell you why? Because I love him.
I'm sorry, I just would have had it made it one screen.
Did,
Like I said, people seem to be one-sided. If it's not what they were used to or brought up on, or they're so close-minded, they can't see anything outside of themselves. That's the best answer I could give you.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, that's true. I just wanted to know what his opinion was and why he didn't, because I love him. He's a brilliant man. I mean, a brilliant man. He's full of knowledge.
But with Judge Joe Brown, it was because of the history of Karanga as being an informant and stuff like that. I'm gonna look it up too. So hold on, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just his history of being an informant and his assault and battery, because Judge Joe Brown, he lived in California at that time. I'm not, I don't think he's from California, but he went to college and he was well connected during the Black Power movement and stuff like that. So I want to see if I can find an article, or if not, I'll link
Yeah.
you to that video. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to step away, I had to sneeze. I'm like, oh my gosh, like everything happens live. Technical difficulties, sneezing. I'm like, oh my goodness.
It does.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? But yes,
Everybody knows.
it's so important,
Yes.
and one thing that has taught me is, really getting my home ready, to feast, to invite people over so that it's welcoming, so that my attitude, my vibe, my spirit is welcoming, and with unity is also
Yeah.
accepting people, not accept people who are detrimental to me and a disgrace to our culture and our people, but you know I don't know how to explain it. That's why I consult with you a lot to get your wisdom. But I don't know, I think it's true how they say your vibe attracts your tribe, you know and I've been attracting the right people that
Yeah.
help me along my way, and I take a little bit from them and incorporate it into my own life to define my own path. And that's really important when it comes to unity. And one thing that I wanted to talk about, what Kwanzaa means to me. So if you look behind me, hold on, I can move myself out the way. Here we go. So if you look behind me, I have my Kwanzaa setup behind me, and it's moved. Since I've moved, from Washington here to Georgia. Last year I had it over by the window. This year I went ahead and incorporated into my office slash studio. So I'm looking behind me. So when you look at
Yes.
the Kanara, you have three red candles, you have three green candles, and one black candle. And you'll read different articles or different things on Kwanzaa. I tend to come from this book here, the 7 Days of Kwanzaa, and you'll generally get, there's one black candle for black people. And as you see, there's not seven black candles, there's not three black candles, there's one black candle. Because and then also what's important is you light the black candle first. Here we go, she is back. So you light the black candle first, and there's only one black candle. And right now, in our culture, we have different people who are just
Mm-hmm.
injecting toxins and poisons into our culture. You're not black first, you're this first, you're that, you're this, you're that. I'm sorry, when I walk into a room, they see me as black. I've been discriminated against because I'm black first, and then I get discriminated again because I sit down to pee second. So I will always remain black first. This is my culture. I was born black. It was determined that I was black before my gender developed, as a fetus, because my two black parents got together. You knew a black child was going to come out of that mix, and then weeks later, I developed into a woman. So I waited to light my black candle while I had everyone here, because I wanted to discuss the importance of unity to me. And I'm really grateful. It's been, 4 years I've been on YouTube, and I've attracted the right people. The right people find me. The right people share my videos, share my work. When I go out in public, I was at a rest stop, or, a service station in Arizona, and that's how I met Queen Mother Betty. Just, I walked out the store, and because I saw her uniform first, her black skin first, that's what connected us, and it's formed this bond that we've shared for going on 2 years now. And so, Queen Mother Betty, I'm going to step away and I'm going to light my black
Yes.
candle on my Kanara, because I wanted to share this moment of unity with everyone here and just show my thanks and appreciation for everyone that I know, in person, that I see in person on the daily, but also those who I'm connected with
Okay.
via this YouTube channel. So if you can discuss what unity means to you, and share that with everyone, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to mute my side. So if you want to go ahead and tell us what unity means to you, and I'm lighting my candle while you're doing that, okay?
Okay. Well, unity, the word una means one, but an entity means something else. I can't remember what. I forgot. I'm getting old. But the word unity means one person getting together with other people. That means all. So it's all of us, and especially Black people. And because we have so many problems and situations because we're being Black, our temperament is a little bit higher than most people because of what we go through on a daily basis. So when I run into Black people, I especially kind, a little bit more, I know that that person might have had a hard time that day and might be really going through something. And I don't want to add to it. Even though they might be a little bit bitter when they talk, I try to talk, really low and really positive
And I'm sorry, we got you frozen there for just a second, but everything you were saying is so beautiful. And just how you said, we adjust, to those around us. Like it takes, two to argue. And I found that when I have those who are, wanting to pull me into an argument or things like that, I can choose to disengage, and go on about my business. All right. Can you hear me okay? You froze up on the other one. So you had left off when you have someone who is, a bit angry, you talk a little softer.
Yes. I wish this thing would light
Continue
up
on
so
with
y'all
that.
can see me better.
I can see you. I have everything
Oh,
on my side turned up, so I can see you. You are glowing. You are radiant and beautiful. So yes, we will definitely troubleshoot your ring light afterwards.
oh yeah, because I had it working at one time. I don't know what I did, but when you get a little bit older, what the hell?
You get a little bit.
Anyway, that's about all I wanted to say.
That is so beautiful. So thank you. We've been going on for almost 40 minutes, and I greatly appreciate you taking the time. I know it's a time difference, but you're just so beautiful and radiant, and you just cheer me up and make my day that much better. And so, like I said, I was a ball of nerves cutting on the camera. So I want to open it up. Does anyone have any questions, or would you like to share your Kwanzaa observance, things that you do? If so, I will invite you to join us if you would like. I will go ahead and post the link in the comments because it's not often I get to talk with y'all. Like it was so funny. I was somewhere and I noticed it was this couple. They kept staring at me, and y'all know me. I smile and wave at everybody. They're like, I thought that was you. I watch your channel and I bought a gun because of you. And I'm like, oh, great, thank you. So, it's not often I get to connect with everyone. So, if you want to join us and offer up some things that you do for your Kwanzaa observance, what's coming? What's coming this week? um, I was encouraged to go live and pick up this tradition. I've done this before. Last year was, I think I did it 3 or 2 years in a row. But it's because of this kind woman right here. I have her on my ancestor altar. Her name is Akila Karima. I met her. I sat next to her on the bus doing the Nat Turner tour in Southampton County, Virginia. I sat next to her. And if you remember, I shaved my head a couple of years ago, and I shaved my head after she shaved hers because she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had long locks, just like you, Queen Mother Betty. Like her locks were like past her hips, but she shaved them off because she received the cancer diagnosis. And it was just, and I noticed that she was doing a GoFundMe as well. So when I shaved mine, I dedicated it to her because, to years of growing long, long locks and then shave them off and then face the public, that took a lot of courage. And that's where I drew my courage from, to shave off all my hair, do it on camera, and show it to y'all. So I had Facebook memories came up with a post that she had tagged me in about Kwanzaa, and she was one of the first ones to help me accept this journey, this path that I was going on. And so I dedicate tonight's live stream to Akila Karima. I'm gonna cry, but I'm not. I'll do it after I cut off the camera. But she's just a lovely soul, and it's just unity. I've received, love, embrace, respect, kindness from complete strangers, people who are not related to me, who, did not know me at all, but they embraced me, accept me, and built me up so that I am the woman that you see today. So that's what I have for y'all. What's coming up this week is, you see this flag behind me. I have 3 flags on my Kwanzaa display, my Kwanzaa altar this year. I have the Pan-African flag, which is red, black, and green. I also have the foundational Black American flag. But in the center, I have a very important flag that I'm going to discuss with you tomorrow. And if you would like to join me tomorrow for our day 2 of Kwanzaa, which is Kuji Jakalia. And I'm so bad because when I was a little kid, me and my little brother, we used to break that word and mess that word up real bad. But it means self-determination. And I will, to those who may not know, I will reference this book here called The Rallying Point by Melvin Charles, which ties into this flag, which is the Black heritage flag. And so I'm going to really, really drive that home tomorrow. So yes, that is all I have for you. I just want to say thank you so much, Queen Mother Betty. I'm just really grateful that we are entering into another year with you and your wisdom. And I hope that you do get that chance to come down here to Georgia and just live it up with me. That would be great to see you again. Do you have any final words for anyone? Any words of wisdom going into 2020? Oh goodness. It happened again. Her stream went out, but I will make sure that I record a FaceTime video with her and I will post that up. Either I'll take a picture and do it on the community tab, or I will also upload it onto one of my social media platforms, type to the computer like y'all still there. Hold on, let's see if this works. See, I can get a great word from her. All right. Do you have
I'm
any
sorry, but I had to.
No problem. I'm going to connect with you on FaceTime and I'm going to record your
It's
words
just
of encouragement for
I
everybody,
love
okay?
every.
Go right ahead. Say that one more time.
Oh, I was saying that. Pardon me. Oh, I was just saying that I love everybody, whether I met you or not. That's it.
Excellent. And I'm pretty sure that we are excited to see you again and get some more words of wisdom. You are excited to podcast and video chat. And this is perfect because we have to get these records, these recordings of the elders sharing their wisdom with us so that we can continue passing this on through the generations. Like these our elders are valuable to us. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you everybody in the chat. I see brother Black Voltron Reloaded. Thank you for joining. And also Mr. Bobby Wright, is always great to see you. I really appreciate you. So I will see y'all tomorrow, same time, and we will go over our principles for day 2, and we will talk about Black heritage. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I love you so much. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Okay. I Right.